back to this episode of Last Day on Earth, and as y'all can tell from the title, today we got an exciting as heck episode in store for y'all, as we are going to be unlocking a brand spanking new location and heading to the hardest bunker in LDoE, not to mention some huge improvements and upgrades that we are going to be able to do over at our second base over at the settlement, not to mention a few things that we are wrapping up, such as the Christmas event with Nick Sandy, where we have been able to progress past level 20, and every level after, you get the final thing, the division box, which we do have. You get your hands on one of these presents right over here. We got two of them, so let's go ahead and show off a little of what they maybe contain. Big money, no way, big money, no way, big money, no way, me. All right, we got some first aid kits. I'll take those. Those will definitely come in handy, as y'all might be able to tell from our inventory. We are going to be heading into a very, very dangerous area. And present number 2. More medkits. All right, so we're just gonna stack up medkits for 2 presents. I mean, I'll take that. I believe that you're able to get other things besides that as well, but that's what I got. And then I'm sure y'all are wondering, what about the division box? Well, look at her right here. We have access to another item, a decorative storage item that can store some of our things all the way up to stacks of 300. This right here is just a small subset of what can be stored. It's just the stuff that I had a ridiculous amount of, but it can also store things like car air filters, aluminum wire, and a whole bunch of other things. But I absolutely love the addition of this. Just gotta deck out the little garage vibe we got going over here. This thing is gonna be fitting in absolutely perfectly. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we got a little bit of major progression to get to. And as we prepare to progress to the last day on Earth, it reminds me of the incredible progression available in Raid Shadow Legends, which is honestly one of my favorite parts of the game, because as you're recruiting incredible champions, upgrading and progressing them, and then going to battle with them, all the while collecting incredible loot along the way, it truly does tickle my fancy. And I think that it will for you too, because the progression that you are able to do throughout Raid Shadow Legends truly is one of my favorite parts, being able to see and acquire some of these incredible champions and then actually progress them, level them up, get them better equipment, better loot, so they can go and be even more destructive in battle. And speaking of champions, in case you weren't aware, Raid's got nearly 700 of them, and they recently added a super cool new faction called the Sylvan Watchers, where you've got forest elves, you got scary looking tree spirits, and you've even got living rock monsters. These Sylvan Watchers basically have it all as a faction. And to go along with it, they have an incredible history within the world of Teleria, where rather than building a sprawling city on the ground or in a cave, the Sylvan Watchers made their home in the Mistwood, a huge jungle in the east of Teleria. They do have a city open to the outsiders called Neressa, and they've made fast friends with the neighboring Shadowkin and Dwarf factions through shared struggles. That's why these 3 factions are all in the Neresan Union Alliance in-game, as their bond of friendship was forged in the city of Neressa. And as I just described, there's loads of character variety in this faction, with each champion being in tune with nature in a cool and unique way. Some have plants or mushrooms growing off of them, others might have literal trees, and over here in the background you're actually seeing a few of my favorites. And on top of the release of this incredible new faction, Raid is also getting ready for its 4th anniversary later this year, with this month seeing the launch of the humongous 4th anniversary Titan event, which lasts for several weeks. It'll see you earning anniversary points by competing in special themed events, and those points will lead to some truly amazing rewards. And speaking of amazing rewards, there's also a reward that I actually can't believe I'm saying. Ronda Rousey actually has her own champion in a Raid Shadow Legends. They've released a legendary champion based off of this famous MMA and pro wrestling legend. And the best part, you can get it for free, whether you're a new or long-time player. Just by logging into Raid, all you gotta do is log in and play Raid for 7 days between now and February 20th, and Ronda is yours. That's all there is to it. And to celebrate Ronda's arrival in Raid, you can also use the special promo code RAIDRONDA that should be seen on the screen right about now, available for new and old users, to get a bunch of helpful stuff. Promo code will be in the description by the link, because if you haven't started playing Raid yet, be sure to go ahead and click that link at the very tippity top of the description, or scan my QR code as seen here on the screen, and you'll get unique bonuses worth $30. We're talking a free epic champion Conneru, 200,000 silver, 1 XP boost, 1 energy refill, and 1 epic skill tome. So what are you waiting for? Go and get to it from the link at the very tippity top of the description. And I want to say a huge thank you to Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring the video and supporting the channel. And after a little bit of travel time, we have arrived at our very first pit stop of the day. Ladies and and gentlemen, there has never been a more prime time to make your ways over into the inner workings of Bunker Bravo, which is not an easy location by any stretch of the imagination, but we are lucky enough right now to have a very, very special event going on that is going to make Bunker Bravo just a tad bit more doable for the large majority of y'all. And that, of course, that I'm talking about is going to be available over here in the calendar. The Bunker Bravo event. Every time that this thing is going on, if you ever are thinking of doing Bunker Bravo, but you don't have enough resources to do it very often, which is probably going to be most people because it is very hard to do Bunker Bravo due to some things that we'll be going over today. But while the event is going on, it boosts the power of the M16 to a pretty acceptable level, reduces zombies' health by 50%, and also decreases the contamination from radioactivity that you are suffering. Not to mention, it got some cool bonus objectives going on as well that will essentially just give you extra points for your season pass. And the season pass, of course, also winding down. We've got about a week left, so a nice little double whammy over here that we can go ahead and get to. So without further ado, let's make our way down to floor number 2. Now, a quick little recap for why Bunker Bravo is so freaking obnoxious. You gain radioactivity whenever you are in a floor. If you die and come back, your radioactivity stays unless you decide to go ahead and reset the entire floor and do it from scratch. Radioactivity is really bad because once you take enough, your maximum health starts to drop down a few health at a time, and then it starts taking massive chunks down, like freaking 20 maximum health, like every few seconds. It gets really out of hand if you let things get over there into the red. Right now, before the floor started, just chilling in the blue, so we're looking pretty all right. So without further ado, let's make our way over here. My favorite things to activate out of all of the options are going to be always opening locks. You need freaking tungsten to unlock this thing back topside, and also the patrol cancel, which lets you avoid facing about 4 relatively difficult zombies on most floors. So let's activate the safety system, drink a little bit of water, and hope for the hold up and pee. We need a little bathroom break here. I apologize, but and make our way through here. And the awesome thing about being able to do this event or do this while this event is going on is that M16s are very powerful because they do 25% more damage than usual, and that's going to be so helpful for so many people because M16s, I mean, I am rocking arguably the best modifications that you can rock on the M16. As you can see, 3 of them are common modifications, so the M16s kind of like are the easiest to attain for free-to-play players. You know, they're the most common out of all of the automatic rifles. Arguably, their best attachments are relatively common too, which means that they're easier to get as a blueprint and also easier and cheaper to build. So just overall, the fact that you can use M16s much more viably because you have more time on each floor due to the decreased radioactivity, and also the fact that enemies' health is freaking cut in half. Seriously, it makes for a perfect wombo combo. And also, I ain't gonna be doing much sneaking over here. That skill's not gonna be very useful. Let's get self-healing and the barrel roll ability ready to go. And without further ado, things are about to get hectic because as soon as we step foot on the other side of this door, the door gets locked behind us and we start accruing radiation. Now, I am also wearing radioactive Seaburn combat armor, which also will protect us from radiation a little bit, but due to the fact that the radiation on each floor is cut in half anyway, just because of the event going on, this will be very doable even if you don't have these things. But I like having a little bit of overkill going on, so without further ado, let's get to it! Goodbye, Acid Melter. Love the fact that so many of these freaky enemies literally have half health right off the bat. The turrets, however, are not going to be as nice. We just want to go ahead and lure some of these dudes over here. Those turrets are going to be very mad at us, but that's right. We made an active decision to deal with the turrets because I wanted to hopefully not suffer a few of the other consequences. So just going to go ahead and try to get through here. We got a few stormtroopers. Actually, I can just go ahead and kind of like chill in this corner, and the turrets are not really going to be able to get us. And then whatchamacallit, just going to heal up a little bit here, and then we gotta go. I'd rather not die to the turrets. And oh no, okay, they just tried freaking to launch a grenade launch ramp. Yeah, you gotta be careful about the turrets' literal ability to launch nades. And then we have all of these beautiful enemies that are actually not very beautiful at all. They're kind of super mega duper annoying, trying to take us down. Definitely want to get out of the reach of that. And we got all these explosive zombies. That's the thing about Bunker Bravo, dude. Like, Bunker Bravo is literally built where the longer you spend on each floor, again, you start picking up that radiation, your maximum health starts going down slowly, and then it starts going down very, very quickly. All of that, like the way that this is literally freaking built from the bottom up is that it's just banking on you. Like, even the enemies are built to delay you. Like, the screamers are built to stun you. Toxic darters, those dudes are just annoying. They do guaranteed 40 damage, but like the exploders, I can't kill the exploder. They have to explode. You get caught in that explosion, you're dead. Same thing for explosive zombies. I cannot kill the explosive zombie. They have to explode, so you have to back up, and like literally all of these different things are like built from the ground up to slow you down. The acid melter also capable of slowing you down and actually doing a large chunk of which we call durability damage to your armor as well, which is another thing that you got to be careful of. Toxic spewers, the literal ability for them to spew spit on the ground that not only heals them but damages you as you walk through it. Every single enemy in Bunker Bravo is built to just make your life absolutely miserable. And okay, hold up, we gotta take down this toxic darter. Oh no. Beautiful, that was way too flippin' close right there, baby. We just barely barrel rolled out of that freaking explosion like a last second before things absolutely hit the fan. But I got a little bit ahead of myself, a little bit excited, but that's right, we're doing good. And already floor number 2 is looking pretty good. Let's just make sure that we got plenty of M16s over here to help us through here. As y'all can see, we've blown through a few M16s so far. We're about to blow through definitely a few more in our very first boss battle. Before we get to the boss battle, there are a few enemies over here that we gotta take down, so we will do that, especially with Stinky Boy, which again, literally that zombie is what I'm gonna go ahead and open up these turkeys too. They serve as a fantastic distraction for the real boss that appears from a wall over there, the Liquidator. Luckily, the Liquidator also already spawning in at half a health, so we can just go ahead and go ham, egg, and cheese on a mother trucker over here, try to get a little bit of separation, hopefully distract him a little bit so he goes after the turkeys, because again, he thinks it's Thanksgiving every single time you come down here. I guess they don't have like a calendar or a clock down here. You know, it wasn't provided by the evil scientists that were doing stuff here, so he just thinks it's Thanksgiving every single freaking day. He gets distracted by turkeys, and boom! Prime opportunity for you to capitalize. Now, if this event wasn't going on, usually I like to bring a minigun and use it while he's distracted by a turkey. You can also go ahead and free the zombie turkeys too, but these guys are also, capable of attacking you. They're kind of douche canoes like that, so I just prefer not to free them. I like to free the normal turkeys, and if we do good enough, we get to live. Here's my boy, Trevor. Trevor the turkey. All hail Trevor. So yeah, hopefully Trevor's gonna be a sign of things to come. Good things to come today. Let's go ahead. Let's send our first pile of loot topside, and with the completion of floor number 2, we have unlocked floor number 3. But wait, we're not going up there yet. We got a little secret room we gotta access. And just for a quick little recap on what some of those things that we activated, so that like, that one terminal we activated essentially keeps this little guard post room closed. So as you can see, there's a riot zombie, a juggernaut, and a, a fetid corpse that we did not have to deal with, which is kind of nifty. Fetid corpse also, you know, literally just emits gas from himself, and you have to worry about, you know, getting damaged. Luckily, our face mask does protect ourselves from that damage, but not everyone might have a Seaburn face mask, you know, ready and rearing to go. So there's another thing that, again, just kind of you want to be careful of, because Bunker Bravo is literally built from the ground up to slow you down, and I don't like being slowed down. I like going very quick, very fast, and very fast. We're gonna make our way over here to this room, which is only unlocked if you activate that unlocking locks thing or whatever. And as you can see, I mean, we got an extra carbon composite out of it if you're doing Bunker Bravo a few times. Like, that stuff starts that up. Star, why don't you just go this way? Because I'm taking the long way. I don't want to run past those turrets that are gonna shoot me. I'd rather keep my medical supplies and my armor durability intact. But yeah, as y'all can see, truly, when this event is going on, the fact that M16s are so viable is incredible, because normally I actually could usually use M16s to get through the second floor pretty safely, but by the time you make your way to floor number 3, M16s kind of stop cutting it when you're doing this at full difficulty. But when all of the enemy's health is cut in half, your M16 is doing 25% more damage, and you're taking half as much radioactive damage. Like, all that stuff adds up to the point where you very realistically can do these floors without, you know, the most powerful of weaponry and stuff like that. Also, of course, there are measures to protect yourself. There are these anti-radiation pills, which can increase your maximum health back up once you start taking damage to your maximum health. And also another item, we'll probably get it over here at some point throughout our Bunker Bravo run, called Anti-Rad, which also decreases the amount of radiation that you pick up per second. If you guys are not aware, you are accruing radiation per second. It's gonna be in the top left-hand corner of the screen. We'll go over it here in just a jiffy. First things first, let's go ahead and activate those same things, because I love to have those things activated. Those are like my 2 favorite go-tos. But as soon as we cross over this threshold, y'all can see that 5 radiation per second. So if you take anti-rad, you actually, oh no, that was almost really bad. My game literally lagged just like for a split second at the worst second. That was not very good. But whatchamacall, oh, freaking riot zombies. Okay, let's definitely back up on out of there. Y'all can see top left-hand corner of the screen, the anti-rad that I was talking about. Let's go and take down the spewer. Now we gotta worry about this dude. Beautifully put the shield down, and that's a really nice thing, man. Especially riot zombies, if you get really unlucky, their shields can be up for a very long time. Definitely not a situation you want to be stuck in, but you know, when their health is half as much, like oftentimes, even like riot zombies usually don't end up being as obnoxious. Don't get me wrong. They still annoying, baby. They still quite annoying, but they're not as annoying. You know what I mean? You're in a main? All right, we got one more spewer coming out of the vents right over here. Yellow, my dude. Goodbye. Let me just go ahead and sidestep you, make our way through here. Toxic Darter definitely want to take you down on the lickety split because Toxic Darters do a guaranteed 40 damage to you. Does not matter if you're naked or wearing bulletproof armor. They will make your life very, very sad. And Riot Zombie, you make my life sad too. Literally, the fact that, like, literally just an enemy built to stall you and make you spend more time on the floor and accrue even more radiation. But you know what? That's not enough to stop me, baby. I'm on a mission today, gosh darn it. And boop, let's go ahead and take down a few of those little babies that the exploder was having. And even, like, the beautiful thing, you can, like, do enough damage to so many of these zombies before they even reach you. Like, you don't even have to worry about, you know, like I don't know, just the fact that all these zombies are at half health. Like, oftentimes, they don't even have a chance to freaking damage you by the time you shoot them. Look at that. Boom, the 40 damage that Toxic Darter does guaranteed. So obnoxious. Let's go ahead and just make sure that we got our medkits ready to go. Always got a weapon over there into that extra pocket slot. Also, you probably want to definitely at least have, like, your extra pocket unlocked before you make way over here, because, dude, I'm gonna tell you what, right now, let's definitely back up. I do not want to bleed from the slasher, because that's really annoying. It does a lot of damage over time. Yeah, without the extra pocket perk, I feel like you're gonna be in for a not so fun time here. So definitely try to get the extra pocket perk unlocked before you go a little too ham, egg, and cheese inside of Bunker Bravo, man. I mean, you can definitely do it without the extra pocket perk, but I tell you what, we'll come back to this room in a little bit. It's gonna be a little, a tad bit more difficult. You know what I mean? Just a tiny, teensy little bit. Yellow Toxic Spitter, let's get out of your distance over there. We got a super obnoxious Riot Zombie. Oh, I made a boo-boo. Oh no, he just freaking stun slapped me into the spit, dude. Not very cash money of you, my friend. How long are you gonna have this shield up, my guy? Like, he's literally had it up forever. There you go. About time she goes down. And over here, again, that little locked room that we get to benefit from. We got a Stormtrooper coming our way here. We got an explosive zombie coming our way there. Back up. Use that time that we are backing up to go ahead and swap another gun into there. And then there are going to be a few turrets that we got to worry about. Always want to shoot this turret on the left if you left the turrets activated, because you'll be outside of the range of the turret on the right. And the turret on the right is a heavy turret, which has twice as much health and is definitely a little bit more terrifying than just the normal turret. We're going to do the same thing over here. We want to lure, like, the slasher and stuff. Unfortunately, the slasher was able to do a little bit of damage to us, but that's all right. We'll just go ahead and try to time our heal here after we go under 20 health. Pop a med kit. Did not mean to shoot the heavy turret. Would rather just shoot the normal turret over here. I could just barrel roll past these guys too, but whatever, man. I don't mind taking down a normal turret this way or that way. And arguably the toughest boss inside of all of Bunker Bravo, we got to worry about Dr. Dread. And Dr. Dread, once he goes down to 800 and 600 health, does activate, does summon a few zombies to do his bidding. And we have to go ahead and take these schmucks down, because, I mean, once he spawns through with half health, I mean, they're all gonna freaking come in. You got the Riot Zombies here, and you got that other fetid corpse. The Riot Zombies are super obnoxious because, as we have encountered with Riot Zombies, they like to have their freaking shields up constantly. So if you have bad luck, you can literally spend so much time trying to freaking shoot these dudes. But the fact that there's 3 of them, they can just, like, you know, change, like they can literally scheme and plot against you and make sure that whoever's in the front always has their shield up. And trust me, when you get stuck in a loop like that, like, this is why Dr. Dread is so deadly. If your luck is bad, you are literally just stuck here waiting for these guys to put their shield down. That is not a very fun existence, if you ask me. All right, dudes, like, come on, please, can the person, like, literally put the shield down, my guy. My friend, there you go, about flipping time. We're gonna do a little something over there. We're gonna make sure, whenever he yells, as long as you are on the other side of a pillar from him, he will not be able to damage you with that yell. And that yell's really bad because it stuns you for like 5-10 seconds, actually, like a really long time. And beautiful, all the Riot Zombies are down. We're gonna go ahead and do a little bit of damage to our buddy, our pal over here. He's gonna summon a Toxic Spewer once he reaches 400 health, and we're gonna go and do some damage to him. Now we're gonna bring Dr. Dread barely a hair above 200 health. And you'll see why here shortly. And then very quickly, we're gonna go ahead and murder him! And we don't even have to deal with this last guy. We don't have to deal with that slash. We're just gonna go ahead and run over here, send that loot topside. The slash is gonna chase us. We're gonna go over to floor number 4. We're gonna disappear. So's the slasher. Never to be heard from again. And now we can go back to floor number 3 and go ahead and collect the loot from that secret little room that we, which we're called pop down open. So yeah, cheeky little trick if you want to not deal with one zombie. Save a little weapon durability, save a little stress. But that is kind of like the go-to way of taking down Dr. Dread. And again, y'all can see how much of a breeze we're doing this with these M16s that are boosted. Like M16s, usually you start to struggle around floor 3 and 4 just due to the DPS on them not being enough to take down the full health zombies. But once you get that 25% damage boost, and then also all the zombies are at half health, and again, the half radioactivity thing, it's just like the perfect scenario for M16s to just absolutely melt. So like, if anything, if you're stockpiling M16s, you're thinking of maybe doing a Bunker Bravo run sometime in your near future, like it's just a good thing to have, you know, in your repertoire, because it's just like unbelievable how much breezier it is when this event is going on. So if anything, if you're thinking about doing Bunker Bravo, stockpile M16s and wait until this event comes around, try to get some common mods for it, and you'll be in pretty good shape. And boom, there's that anti-rad, the other thing that I was talking about. And also the car battery. One of the only places you can freaking find this thing. You actually get one as a bonus over here from the storage. We're also gonna get a few car batteries from that loot we just sent topside. We'll go in and go over all of that loot, whatchamacallit, at the end of our little run over here. But just for like a quick little recap of what we've kind of like blown through, we've essentially gone through, what, 5, I think, like 5, 6, maybe 7 M16s. Ooh, our armor is taking a bit of a hit. We'll go ahead, I mean, I'll keep rocking it. I'll go ahead and swap into the fresh armor as soon as that breaks, so I might be like a little bit naked for like a few seconds, but hey, I'll take care. I'll take care of it, don't worry, but we'll be on top of that stuff right over there. But let's go ahead and make our way down into the very last floor of a Bunker Bravo that dost await. And all right, the final floor of our Bunker Bravo adventure, and again, we're gonna go ahead and go with that patrol cancel, go with those opening locks, activate the safety system, and make our way into Bunker Bravo in just a jiffy. Because really quickly, want to go ahead and remind you all to go to twitch.tv/StarSlave. Link in the top of the description, where we are live every single Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern time, playing some Last Down Earth, having a ball. We got the face cam on, we got the live chat rolling, and we are having an absolute blast with some bonus Last Day on Earth content for y'all every single week, same time, same place, 6 p.m. Eastern time. So looking forward to seeing you folks over there. If you don't know what time that starts, your local time zone, twitch.tv/StarSlave schedule. We'll be able to go ahead and help you out. Time zones can definitely be confusing. I totally get that. Once you figure out what time that it starts, so this week, y'all know what time that is starting every single week, same time, same place, Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern time. So looking forward to seeing some of you folks, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls over there, as we are having some fun in Last Day on Earth for a little bit of bonus LDoE action coming your way. But all right, let's go ahead and take down, do a little bit of damage to the exploders. Man, I really wish they did like friendly fire to their dudes. That would be so freaking handy if they literally just blew up their comrades. Unfortunately, it does not appear to be the case. Let's go ahead and take down that slasher over here. And I mean, so far, actually, having pretty good luck in terms of like the enemies that we are encountering. Whatchamacallit? Oh, baby, we got an exploder right over there. It's gonna be a little bit annoying. Let's definitely get a little bit of separation from him. He did hit us with the slash, which is very unfortunate, but at least those first few zombies that we were running into, man, actually pretty easy peasy to take down. Of course, the shield goes up. Why does that not surprise me? And this armor is literally on the verge, on the brink of extinction. Actually, it has become extinct. We are butt naked. But literally, look at this. We're butt naked. Only 7 rad per second. So like the fact that they cut the rad in half truly just like it gives you the primest of opportunities to breeze your way through Bunker Bravo. Yellow Toxic Dart to take you down before you even get a chance to do any spitting or anything like that. Yellow Toxic Spewer, how you darn, baby. Let's go on and take you down on the lickety split. We got the Stormtrooper over here. See you later, sayonara. And make our way over here where we are gonna have a Juggernaut coming our way. We got a Slasher who might be able to do a little bit of damage to us, but that's all right. We'll go ahead and heal on up. We'll have someone coming out of the events, not the events, the vents over here in the form of Enaza of the Toxic Spewers. That is okay. Oh, that was very close. I thought I was gonna take him down before we managed to get that, whatchamacallit, tack off, but no, unfortunately, he had me beat a little bit there. A conga line of Toxic Darters, 3 of them in a row, hot dog. That was a little bit close, man. Our health got a little bit lower than I was banking on, but that's a-okay. We will make it just fine through here. Let's go ahead and start healing on up. Let's run past the first turret, take down the Toxic Spewer here, take down a Stormtrooper there, and then continue running our way past these guys. Just wanted to be a little bit lickety split on that, because if you stick around long enough, they will launch a grenade at you. Beautiful. We took down the freaking riot zombie before we had the chance to do anything. Let's explode. We will come back for the extra chest and make our way through the final hallway that does await us. And again, y'all are just seeing how much of a breeze and how quickly we are able to run through some of these things. And yo, get over here, Toxic Darter. Yeah, I ain't done with you, baby. I ain't done with you. All right, come on. This is this is the last event that we got to worry about before we make our way over to the boss for this floor. Go ahead and take it down right over there. The riot zombie's got a shield up, which is a little bit obnoxious. Let's go ahead and take down the Juggernaut, run around a little bit over there, and then riot zombie, come on, baby. Let's go ahead and put that shield down. Put that shield down for your boy Star. It's still up. Why is it? Okay, there you go. It's down. Nope. Don't you dare stun me again. We got one more zombie chilling here on the other side of this door. Boom. We'll take him down. We'll activate this. And the final boss, Villoitis, whatever you run into here, you just want to, don't even question it. Just activate those 2 things. Otherwise, this room might explode. just stand here right around in the middle and just hold fire, baby. Sometimes some babies will be birthed, but that's all right. If you're holding down fire, you're gonna be good to go. You'll destroy the babies whenever they get any close to you. If one lands right on top of you, just want to move around a little bit. You do not want to get too close to the cocoon itself, because he will fart on you if you get like all up in his business and whatnot. But anyways, let's go, baby. Cocoon down. But yeah, there you have it. Again, Dr. Dread, hardest boss by far that Bunker Bravo has. This dude's kind of a breeze once you get it. If you take too long though, this thing can explode and kill you instantly, which is why you have to like kind of like turn those two things. And then you should have enough time to kill the boss before any sorts of explosions happen. Let's send those things topside. And let's go and, oh, hold up. We still got a little bit of that bonus loot that we got to take a look at from the little side room. And beautiful. Go ahead and pop this shelf on open. And without further ado, bada bing, bada boom. We can also get some pretty rare loot from here. I mean, the hazmat armor and the meds are just kind of like a bonus on top of the real thing that we're here for. The gas cylinder, a very, very rare item with Bunker Bravo being one of the select few places that actually can drop it. And trust me when I say I've got a nice stockpile of these ready to go for the future of Last Day on Earth. And now that we're back inside the lobby, we got these 3 sets of chests from each floor coming our way. Let's check out chest number 1, where some of the highlights are gonna be a ton of carbon composites and a few other miscellaneous weapon parts being kind of like the main lure of that floor. Then if we make our way over here to floor number 3, we got some more ATV car batteries coming our way, and again some more of those kind of like more rare components that are a little bit trickier to come across, but with the real prize, the real loot, the real good stuff coming from floor number 4, where we got a little bit of steel plates coming our way, another gas cylinder that unfortunately I don't have the inventory room for right now, but we can definitely go ahead and come back for it. Let's go ahead and leave kind of like some of the hazmat stuff behind actually, because I've got quite a lot of hazmat gear back at home. I'm gonna come back for it, but I'm just saying for now, temporarily, we'll go ahead and leave it behind. But I mean, y'all can see some of the rarer items that we can stumble across and come across. Y'all still come back for the rubber, the wrenches, the acid, and just the, yeah, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, a full old Bunker Bravo run. And with that, we got a date with the settlement. And after a not too far trek, here we are back at the settlement, and we are going to be upgrading the headquarters to none other than level 2. As you can see, a bunch of stuff in my inventory. Wow! Now a bunch of stuff into this screen, except we are short 1 antenna. Luckily, we have a lot throughout our expedition shenanigans that we have been getting up into, so don't diddly mind. I accidentally grabbed 2 of those. That's right, because if you guys don't know, once you grab something out of your storage here, you cannot take it back out, which is why I just leave everything there until I absolutely, positively, 100% need it. But without further ado, let's toss in the antennas and let's finalize the headquarters up to none other than level 2. Before we can even consider level 3, we are going to need to finish building the substation and connecting it to power. So that's gonna be a whole another trek. But for now, let's just appreciate and enjoy none other than the beauty of our headquarters being brought up to level 2. And the reason why that is such a big deal, the huge thing that unlocks. Also, really quickly, we got a little bit of daily loot here. We're gonna go ahead and claim that every single day, every 24 hours, thanks to the progress we have made in the settlement and in the expeditions. All of this we get for free every single day, dude. That is what I love about the settlement, just the fact that it gets you like so much stuff. And here's the thing, we've started to kind of like plateau a little bit and reach a point where the expeditions over here in the ghost town, we're at level 31, starts to get pretty tough. Luckily with our headquarters upgrade, whapow, we have just unlocked the destroyed station expedition, and we are going to be setting out on some missions here. There are 40 of them, and I imagine that they will be even more difficult than the ghost town. But from what I hear, I believe they start out a little bit, they don't start out easier, but they don't start out where the difficulty of the ghost town leaves off, if that makes sense. So it's not like, you'll see what I'm talking about. Also, really quickly, we got some of these mercenary contracts. We're definitely gonna go ahead and cash in on these and see if maybe we could have a little bit of good luck today and unlock ourselves a very useful mercenary. Ideally, the one I really want for so many reasons, Officer Murphy. Dude, it just looks like an absolute tank, plenty of armor, plenty of health, and he actually dishes out pretty good damage and has a pretty cool active skill that deals 120% area of effect damage, I believe, and stuns enemies for a few seconds. So maybe we get a little bit of good luck. Big money, no whammy, big money, no whammy, big money, no whammy. Yeah, dude, that's not exactly big money right there, but hey, we'll take it. These stripes, nonetheless, will come in handy. They will allow us us to, oh, dude, I have so many of Rachel's contracts. You need these contracts to level them up past a certain point, because if you guys are not aware, once you get a, once you get one of your mercenaries up to level 20, in order to progress them past level 20, you actually require spending a contract to kind of like unlock the next certain levels. I don't have anyone waiting at level 20. Okay, I actually have Rust chilling over here, so actually, in order for us to upgrade Rust up to, you know, this next kind of like set of levels, before we can even level him up to level 21 all the way up to 30, and that whole range, we need to get one of his contracts via some of those mercenary unboxings. Luckily, though, we got a few people over here, particularly Jack of all trades, Lemmy, and Rachel up to level 29, because we did have extra contracts of theirs, and as a result, they're pretty darn tootin' powerful. So without further ado, let's go ahead and put that power to the test, baby. Let's make our way over here to some expeditions and to scroll to the right. Assemble a squad! And my kind of like go-to squad, the way I love to do this, all the way on the front. This is the guys usually gonna be taking a brunt of the damage. Luckily, Jack over here has 4,000 health, 300 armor, and a very useful skill that literally puts up a wall with enough, with 15% of his health as durability. So pretty cool if you ask me. He's kind of like the go-to on the front lines, and then on the back lines we have our boy Lemmy, who is our very rare mercenary that we managed to get up to level 29, who has the ability to put down a turret. And then I also like rocking Rachel on the back line, especially she does pretty good damage, especially up to the level that we have done, but also she has this synergy effect with the quick draw, where there's a chance that we can go ahead and throw her down there, and then we'll throw hold up, this is interesting. So apparently, and I didn't just okay, so apparently, I don't know how else to explain this. I think each location has a different specialist. So yeah, as you can see, Rachel and Connor are the only people you can put into the specialist slot over here for that first location we've been running through. But then the second location actually switches things up a little bit. If we try to assemble a squad, our specialist slot has to be Tucker. Boom. So we go ahead and throw Tucker in there. We throw Jack on the front lines. And we actually do have a squad perk where all the mercenaries increase the chance of a critical hit by 7.5%. We can go ahead and throw Lemmy here into the back line. And then, just for the sake of it, let's get Rust over here as well, because the recommended gear score is pretty low. The reason I wanted to do that is so we can actually get some more synergy via the Daredevil. When damage is taken, the damage of all the mercenaries increases by 0.1%. It accumulates for up to 25 times, 2.5% on the maximum level. So we got a pretty nice crew over here. Like I said, usually I like to rock with Rachel because that perk she has over here, which gives you a chance to instantly cool down some of your abilities, usually is working in conjunction with Connor in our specialist slot. But Connor doesn't qualify as a specialist, which is a kind of interesting twist on things that opens up a whole new world of opportunities. So I suppose Rust, let's rock with it. Let's get it going. We should be able to cruise through a few of these levels pretty easy peasy. As you saw, the recommended gear score was only like 675. Just for reference, in the other location where we are at level 31, the recommended gear score is at like 6,000, 7,000, 8,000. It is freaking up there, but for the very first time, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to the train. I forget the name of the location already, but it has to do with trains. Choo-choo, baby. We're at the train station, and we are gonna get to mowing some of these folks down, and I'm gonna be honest, man. We're gonna mow them down extra hard. Let's just utilize everything that we have over here. I mean, these zombies are not even able to get close to us, man. We can mow them down with our minigun. We actually have upgraded our minivan up to approximately, I believe, level 9 it is. So I'm not even worried. I mean, Lemmy's got his turret up there on the back line, and as you can see, we are cruising through this so freaking easy. You might be like, Star, oh my god, is that how easy? Trust me when I say, I have not cruised through a level like that in a while. All right, level 31 on the past location has been absolutely kicking my booty. So I'm very happy that we got a few easy peasy levels over here that we should be able to knock out. I mean, our current mercenaries are kind of overkill, but hey, we'll take it, especially because every 5 levels that we progress through each of these locations, we unlock better and better daily loot. And here's the thing, I'm a big fan of better loot on the daily, especially fur to free, you know what I mean? I think even, you know, you get more, what is it, included in that free daily loot, for example, is more mercenary dog tags, which is kind of my favorite, because what that means is every day you are able to unlock a little bit more, just a tiny bit more of, whatchamacallit, I'm brain farting over here. just a little bit more mercenary stuff, and hopefully get lucky and get some better things from there. And we also are getting things on a per level basis as well, which is very handy. Ooh, dude, we just got 10 iron billets and 10 of those wooden beams as well. That was kind of a nice little haul. Man, I'm excited to see what else this kind of like, first, I'm excited to see how many levels we can get through here before we kind of start to hit a little wall. But so far we are cruising and bruising. We are on level 3 right now, I believe. Oh, that lady just got shot. We got like a little shootout going on here at the trains. What the heck? Shouldn't you guys be shooting the zombies that are trying to take us down over here, man? Like, what the heck? Teamwork makes the dream work, baby. Why can't we all just get along? But anyways, we continue absolutely rocking and rolling through these dudes. They haven't been able to, okay, hold up. They might be able to do a little something here. They're doing a little something right here, if you ask me. Unfortunately, oh! The freaking blind one makes an appearance. That is the last thing that I expected. Luckily, it doesn't really matter because, woohoo, I don't think he expected us to be as powerful as we are. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, on to the next one. I'm not even sure what gear score we're at right now or what the recommended gear score is. As a squad, I think we're at like 5,000 or something. But I think we'll know when the gear score starts to get a little bit too high because we'll stop melting these zombies like a hot knife through butter, baby. You know what I mean? Like, it'll take a few more than a few seconds to start dying, and we can hopefully start showing off some of the powers of our mercenaries and whatnot a little bit better. But it's a thing of beauty actually watching our minigun do a good chunk of damage, because usually, man, this thing just overheats before it can even deal a decent chunk of damage to some of these enemies. Let's go ahead and throw that wall down. Let's activate his abilities there. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, that's an explosive zombie. First little challenge that we faced, and honestly, the fact that whenever you have an explosive zombie make an appearance, oh dude, Rust is getting aggressive over there. Whenever you have an explosive zombie make an appearance in a level, they're always gonna appear on that level. So for example, we failed this level because, I don't know, our mercenaries weren't strong enough. There's a mercenary that is very specifically very good for taking down explosive zombies. He actually is in the background of everything that we're doing. Tucker, yeah, I think Tucker's his name, right? Yeah. He's incredible, and we might want to consider throwing him into the crew, the kind of trifecta that's actually shooting at enemies. The reason for that being that his power is he can literally, whatchamacall, I'm making an absolute brain fart right here. He can literally just instantly explode an explosive zombie. And the awesome thing about explosive zombies in here, unlike the explosive zombies in Booker Bravo that we encountered, is that when an explosive zombie blows up in an expedition, they can actually do friendly fire and damage their fellow zombies. So you can strategically blow up explosive zombies to just do a ton of damage to all the other zombies that are trying to do a ton of damage to you. But if I am not mistaken, I believe this is, boom, the 5th level that we have just completed, and this reward is not a one-time reward. What we just unlocked is each of these things: motor oil, asbestos, iron wire, 2 nails, and 6 bolts being added to our daily loot. So every 5 levels you clear, you get one of those. Instead of like a normal chest with normal one-time loot, you get special loot that actually just adds on to your daily loot, which again reappears every 24 hours or so. So, I mean, I don't know, man. I think that's a great, I love that as a reward for progressing in the settlement, just because of the simple fact that, like, I don't know, free stuff is free stuff. And it just is awesome because your progression gets paid off with free stuff every single day. And like, it's not like it's like total garbage, like a few rope here, you know, a few cloth there. Like, it's actually very, very decent stuff that you are able to acquire. So I'm a big fan of it, and I don't know, but I mean, it also does pay, I guess, like, you know, there have to be some nice rewards associated with the settlement, right? I let my minigun overheat a little bit here. There kind of have to be nice rewards associated with the settlement if you think about it, because, I mean, you know, it's not, oh wow, that was extra quick right there. It's not exactly a cheap investment. I mean, y'all saw some of the stuff we had to put in to upgrade our headquarters up to level 2. A lot of the things to build up your settlement, you know, are a little bit on the pricier side. Luckily, the priciness does come from things that you manufacture within the context of the settlement, but sometimes they are like, hey, we need some, hey, oh, hey, I need some aluminum plates, or hey, maybe a little, I don't know. I don't think I've seen steel plates yet, but I imagine steel plates might come in at some point, or just some of these resources that you have to get from outside of the settlement / expeditions, gameplay loop, so to speak. And all right, the enemies are getting a tiny bit tougher. They kind of survived our initial wave of damage. We was just dishing right there, but luckily we got the wall up that our boy Jack is able to construct every 35, 40 seconds or so. We still got the turret on the back line. Every time the turret shoots, by the way, it does lose durability. Luckily, every time it dies, we can just go ahead and throw down another one. And dude, oh my, like, I'm just not expecting this. Like, it takes us like 2 waves. I'm used to like 5 waves of zombies coming at me, and then, you know, I'll get through the 4th wave and be like, we did it! And then like 5 more zombies appear, and I'm like, we did not do it! And then die. Like over here, it's like, dude, 2, 3 waves, we're kind of cruising and bruising. So leveling up your headquarters is like very potentially a worthy investment depending on where you are in the settlement, how far along you've gone throughout the first location. Just because, I mean, you know, as we level up, we're getting this loot, you know, some of this one-time loot from levels 1 through 4, and then every 5th level. On top of that, okay, we got a little tougher challenge over here. They're not doing too much damage to our guys though, because again, Jack has 4,000 health and like 400 armor, so he doesn't exactly feel pain, for lack of better words. And then, you know, he also doesn't do a lot of damage, but that's why we got our boys Rust over here. That's why we got Lemmy. And that's also why we have Lemmy's turret that he also decides to construct. You know, we got a lot of things going on. Bada bing, bada boom. Another victory coming our way. Look at that. A blueprint for the Glock. A random blueprint for the Glock modification. 5 carbon composites, a freaking Glock. Mercenaries tags. Very good things here, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, it's a little pricey to level up your headquarters, and also for reference, what we did in, I believe, the last episode or 2 episodes ago, I don't recall off the top of my head, before you can even consider, or no, whatchamacall, you don't have to build your walls up to level 2 to get your headquarters to level 2. Those are independent. So actually, yeah, you could do this before leveling up your walls to level 2 and unlock this kind of like next set of levels and stuff, progress through it, increase the quality of your daily loot, bada bing, bada boom, and then yeah, and also get a bunch of great one-time loot along the way too. And the fact that some levels give things like, you know, 10 lumber beams or 10 pine beams, whatever they're called. Oh, we got a boss coming! Hiya! Oh, we got 2 of them! 2 bosses! Or no, those aren't bosses in the back, but they are a bit tougher than what I was expecting. They're definitely putting a little chunk of damage into some of our folks here, but hey, nothing that we can't handle. Thank you very much. Oh, we got some rations out of that. Was not expecting that, but thank you. I will take that. Let's go and try to get through the next 5th level. So that's gonna be level 10 because it goes 5, 10, 15, 20, right? Let's try to get through level 10 here. And then kind of like step out, see where our gear score is kind of like at, because I am curious what gear score you progress through these first 10 levels versus kind of how far along we've come in like the 31 levels in the first location. But yeah, I don't know. I think the decision to potentially upgrade your headquarters, you know, might be one to make rather early on and to prioritize early on, because you unlock all these additional levels that you can do, all these rewards you can get, and again, just increasing the quality of that daily loot truly could be an investment that pays off quite a little bit, man. But I don't know. That's just me. At the end of the day, when it does come to this loot, make sure that you are making a decision based on where you personally are, where your loot stockpile is, where, you know, how much loot you have available, what you're trying to prioritize, all that type of stuff. But I'm definitely at the point where I'm trying to prioritize the settlement, because I have done almost all, if not all, that there is to do inside of Last Day on Earth. You know, I'm pretty good about that, and boom! With that, ladies and gentlemen, the 10th level is completed, and all of these things you see here have just been added to our daily loot claim. Now, we definitely could continue knocking out a few levels here, but before we even consider doing that, let's head back to the expedition screen. Let's see where our gear score, or our recommended gear score, is. Because at some point too, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, I was not expecting kind of like the specialist to change, where we can't use our Rachel and who's the other guy? Whatchamacallit? What's our recommended gear score at? Also, out of curiosity, 9,500. Oh wait, no. Okay, that's for Ghost Town. That's for level 31 of Ghost Town. I was about to say, out of curiosity, that level 10 on the Ghost Town. Recommended gear score for that one, never mind. We've already finished that, so we can't go back and do it. I don't remember what the recommended gear score was for that out for the top of my head, but I think it was a little bit lower than what we are experiencing here. If we try to, you know, put something together here, at level 10, we're already at 2,500. So the gear score does ramp up quicker in this second location, and I imagine soon enough we will start running into a little bit of trouble with that. But first, let's appreciate and look at the beauty of what our new loot claim is every single day. 10 mercenary tags, a little bit of motor oil up in there. We got some sheaves, some rubber hose, asbestos, iron wire, and some of these are really good too because, like, for example, sheaves you can only find during expeditions, motor oil only found during expeditions, rubber hose only found during expeditions. Like, some of these items literally you can only find in expeditions, and the fact you can kind of get them for free on the daily is pretty nifty. Also, just really quickly going through a few of these levels, you can kind of like see a recap of, again, the quality of loot you could expect out of some of these things. Level 15, you know, increasing the quality of our loot a little bit more. Keep on scrolling through here a little bit. The fact we get hydraulic parts is very interesting. I wonder if we'll finally be able to put those to use inside of the settlement. Whatchamacall. Level 20, we get another mercenary tag, a few other things up in there. Continue moving through. Ooh, titanium, that's kind of nifty. A little bit of carbon composites there. 20 light frames, that actually seems like a lot. Resin, I think that's the first time I've seen resin. Whatchamacall, some iron pipes as well, a heavyweight item. Level 25, get some more motor oil, and then just kind of like, again, just curiosity, out of curiosity, I want to continue moving up here and seeing what the loot looks like the further along you get in here, because the quality definitely continues to go up, and then at the final level, you know, ooh, 3 more mercenary tags every day would be kind of nifty. I don't know. What about Ghost Town? What do we unlock at the final level there? 3 more mercenary tags, 35, no mercenary tags. All right, whatever. There you go. There y'all have it, though. A little recap of the brand spanking new location, and none other than the settlement. Sorry for the freaking just like constant fire whenever we're accessing that. Because Rachel over here is practicing with her op. So doing some target practice. Except she never uses her op. She only uses the freaking crossbow when we're on an expedition. I don't know if that op will ever come out to play. I sure as heck hope it does, because that'd be kind of nifty. Also, we got some more mercenary dog tags. We're gonna buy a few more of these. Can we maybe have a little bit of good luck on our side today, please, sir? How many are we gonna have? We're gonna have 5 to open, 6 to open, 7 to open. What, 8 to open? How many tags did I get? Okay, we got 8 of these puppies. Please, show me a little bit of luck. Show me a little bit of love last day on Earth. Well, come on, give me a great way to end the day, please. I mean, I will also take these because we need them to level up our mercenaries, and I would like to get them up to level 30 because y'all saw they were at level 29, so we can upgrade them a tiny bit more. I still gotta work on upgrading the minivan a little bit more too. I actually gotta upgrade the garage up to level 2. There's a few different things we gotta do. And it does appear like those 8 boxes got us nothing but experience for our mercenaries. That's all right. I'll take it. Could be better. Could be worse. It is what it is. But with that said, with that done, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is going to go ahead and start bringing it to this episode of Last Day on Earth. Thank you guys a whole lot for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one. See ya.